to be loved. So I think it would be an amazing subject. While we're getting together, I wanted to show you my candles. I never showed my candles because usually they're charged, but I on purpose didn't charge them just to show them for you. Morning, Helena, morning, Maria, morning, Shruti, morning, everybody. So these are the candles, and they are made. These are made for love related. And then I have this one. This one is for luck. You see there is stones, oils, and I put the runic formula, and obviously nicely decorated. So I just wanted to show them for you. You only can order them until the end of March. The little bags with them come also. All right, so this is about the candles. If you want, you can order them. So I make for love, for money, for luck, and harmonizing candle. If you want, order them, but only by the end of March. Then I will take a little break on candles. Okay, so let's get to our life. I just wanted to show you. They're so beautiful, so I wanted to show you them. Before we'll start talking about the man, I wanted to answer. Well, I answered already this question. A client of mine asked me why did I had different mentors when I was on my journey to develop my femininity and overall myself. Because so I wanted to answer because maybe you also have questions similar to that. I had different mentors because they all were specializing in something. For example, I had a mentor that was all about energy. And this is what she believed. If you work on your energy, you will develop. You don't need to do nothing else. And she's absolutely right. But is it going to be a fast development or a slower kind of development? Like she was all about energy. She would go and live in Siberia in like this special camps where you couldn't use electricity or internet or anything, just to ground herself, to be so much in nature. And I admire her for that. But this is a little too extreme for me. I mean, I like to connect spiritual and materialistic world. So then I had another one that was all about NLP. So she was all about neuro linguistic programming. She did help me a lot with neuro linguistic programming. But she didn't really care about energy or anything. I also had two mentors on Tantra and feminine energy, obviously. Now, that's why I had so many of them. And that's why right now, when I work with my clients, I combine everything. I combine Tantra, I combine NLP, I combine energy, and obviously I combine astrology because it is important, really. It's all kind of, it's all together and we just, why not to use it if it's, if it's available? So that's basically the answer to the question why I had a few mentors. And plus, I also wanted to see what every one of them has to say. And I could afford it, so why not? Okay, so now to them attract the right partner. This is what we're going to talk today about. So I am a Reiki master, you know that. I'm an NLP master, neuro-linguistic programming. I'm also all about femininity. So I'm not going to tell you to go and find the rich guy at the at the country club here in Miami, even though you can do that. I mean, but there are a lot of coaches, a lot of mentors that speak about this all the time. So I'm not going to even waste my breath on that. You probably know that yourself. The only, before getting to the subject, the only thing I will mention, never go for a guy that is not within your standards. Or at least he doesn't have a somewhat close potential to his standards. So, for example, he just now opened, maybe he bought a few $1 million building, and so he's maybe right now is not very wealthy, but he has a potential to become wealthy. Why is that important? Because you don't want to drop your standards. Your standards are your current energy space and energy level. If you will start dropping your standards, you basically you will squeeze your energy and you will shrink it, and that's never a good thing. So make sure that the guy that you will go for is on your level. And if you will tell me, well, what if I don't meet the guy no, that's not true. We'll always meet people on our level, always. Like even if you will go to the poorest country, you probably will end up with the wealthiest guy there if that is your level. So I would mention that's important. Never lower your standards. because your standard is your energy at this moment. You wouldn't want to lower something that you work so hard for. I also would mention about the affluent places. Yes, of course, you should go to fancy hotels and maybe to country clubs for dinners. You can go there, but it doesn't mean that you will meet or attract somebody there if your energy is not ready for it. And you can find out whether your energy is ready or not, whether how from how you're feeling in these places. I mean, when you go to a fancy hotel, do you feel at home or do you feel awkward and have your palms sweating and just your heart racing? It's still a good place to go because you expand in yourself. You start understanding that you can be in these places. It's not that expensive. Like there is a restaurant here in Miami, a Sexy Fish. You probably all know about it. Um, and when I first moved, I was told that it's like super posh and expensive. But then I went there for lunch, and it was not. They have lunch specials, $32. I mean, it is very affordable. So what I want to say is that it's a good thing to go to places like this because you start understanding that everything is possible and everything is affordable for you. And men that are there are also men that are made from from flesh and blood, and they are also available to you as well. So, but but you need to feel really comfortable to meet somebody there and to stay in that space. Okay, so that's about it. I'm not going to raise that subject again. Now, let's get to the topic now. The subject is how to attract the right partner. And I wanted to say something. The men outside of us are the men inside of us. They are a reflection of a masculine part of us inside, and they need outside the man outside. We need them because so we developing on our own our femininity and our masculinity. Now, but if how would I know what are my relationship with my masculinity inside if there is no man that will show me that? So I need a man outside to show me where I'm standing with that masculine side of me inside. Like when I have a physical man outside and he touches me and I like him, I admire him, I get I get these goosebumps, right? I start feeling special. I mean, I can create that feeling inside of me towards the masculinity inside of me, but it would be a little hard unless you're really strong with your energy. It would be hard, but with the man outside, it's much easier. Our body reacts to it right away. So men outside, they're helping us to develop by being present, by being physical. Um, it is so uh, it is so much easier. The same with money. We can create the abundance inside of us, but it would be much easier to create abundance inside of us if we have the abundance physically present. You probably know this yourself. So we're finding the right partner to develop ourselves, to develop our masculinity inside. We're not finding the right partner to to live in the right space, to place, or to have a right presence. We are looking for a partner that will help us develop. Keep that in mind. And the man outside of us basically helps us to heal the relationship with the man inside. If, for example, um, if a man outside is, for example, you asking for something, hey, I do want to go on vacation. Could you please cover my expenses, my tickets? And he's like, really, I would love to, but I don't have enough cash right now. I hope it will never happen to any of you, but still. So let's imagine he says that. What does it mean? That means that the man inside of you, that your masculine part is not capable of providing this for you. And why it's not capable? Because your feminine part doesn't believe that the masculinity inside can do it for you. Now, on the other hand, if I would decide, okay, I want to go on vacation, where should I go? I think I want to go to France. And then I tell myself, I'm sure it will work out perfectly. I know that I believe and trust in masculinity inside of me that it will work out. And I just kind of relax, lazily scroll through booking.com and just looking for the hotels that I would love to stay. And I know that it will work out. I know that it will be perfect. I believe in masculinity inside of me. So what will happen? Because I trust, because I believe that the masculine side of me can create this, probably the man outside of me will say, "Hey, I suddenly got money. Here you go, go wherever you want to go." Or maybe there will be some kind of promotion that the hotel that I want to stay in will do, and I will be able to pay for it, or something like that. So we need this. We need the man outside to show this. It's really that deep. Um, but that's basically it. Men outside, they only show what is inside, what's going on inside with our masculinity. The same with men. Women outside are showing where they standing with the femininity inside of them. So it's just it's the same thing. Um, now so as a result, basically, man outside of you show what kind of relationship you have with the man inside. Don't be upset with the man outside of you. Be kind of be vigilant and maybe alert about what's going on inside. So if the man is treating you not the way you want, just tell him, listen, don't tell him, but feel inside yourself, okay, thank you for showing me this, let me address this, let me kind of work with myself, and then I will see how it will change inside. Honestly, men outside has nothing to do with how they treat. They're just the phantoms. They're just energetic phantoms that are basically will take any form. And I brought you examples before that men always reflect how we think about them, our perception. And basically, that perception is not about a particular man, but about the masculinity inside of us. All right. So we kind of made that understood. um, Now, for the man inside of you, for the masculine part of you, what should you feel? You should feel admiration. You should feel absolute trust, and you should feel a little discomfort. So you admire that the masculine part always takes care of you. That's a given. You trust that masculine part will take care of you. It's like your father, It's you trust him, you admire him, but you're still a little cautious with him, a little. You don't want to be too comfortable with him. It's also like a pair of new shoes. When you buy a pair of new shoes, you're excited, right? You just bought a pair of new shoes, you want to wear them, you're thrilled about this pair of shoes, especially if this is something that you wanted. But they are a little uncomfortable most of the time. Your feet needs to mold to them. The shoes also need to mold towards your feet, so this is the same with men. This is how you're supposed to feel. Now, on the other hand, every one of us probably has this pair of shoes that's so worn out. I mean, it's super comfortable. You would wear it everywhere you want, but you're just so embarrassed to wear them because they're worn out. But yet they perfectly sit on your foot. Your foot is already so perfect in them. It just um, it just I remember I had this pair of shoes. I was wearing them so much. I love them so much, and I couldn't find another pair. I would gladly buy another one. I searched for them everywhere. That at one point, I was walking on the pavement, and I felt like something is weird. They basically broke. The sole of the shoe broke. That's how much worn. So the man should be as a new shoes. The man inside of you. That's how you should feel as new shoes, a little uncomfortable, very exciting to have, and very admirable. You want to show them off to everybody, or at least you want to wear them and kind of and feel great. Not as a worn shoe. This is because in a worn shoe you won't be growing. It's already the growth there. Thank you. Thank you, really appreciate. The growth is done with the worn shoe. There's not nowhere to grow. Now with the new shoe, there will be some growth. Your foot has to kind of to get used to the new shoe. The shoe needs to. So the growth is on both parts. That's exactly how you need to feel with the man inside of you. Never get too comfortable with the man inside of you. Respect, admire him, trust him. Well, respect probably. Admire and trust him, and feel a little like don't know what to expect, like that. All right. So you the same. So since this is how you're supposed to feel inside, to man inside of you, the masculinity inside of you. The same way you should feel to men outside of you. You should really admire somebody, but you could not worship a man. Like I told you on our last dialogue, you shouldn't be worshiping anybody in your life. The same comes to a man. So a man is equal to you. Your masculine and feminine parts are equal. You could not make one superior to the other. And if you do, then there is energy disharmony. If you intimidated or scared of a man, if you're like sweating when you see him and you're like you couldn't raise your eyes, you like all nervous, then his energy is stronger than yours. Then his energy space is probably bigger than yours. Now you need to even it up. So basically, the man inside of you is also the same. The masculinity inside of you is dominating your femininity. Now, if you want to step all over a man and kind of a little even despise him, that means that his energy is weaker than yours. Your energy is stronger than his, and your energy space is bigger than his, probably. Now, what you do? What does it mean? That means that your femininity took over your masculinity and basically just bossing it around. That means that you're in a masculine, like very masculine right now, because your femininity took over. You don't trust your masculinity. You basically do everything yourself. So either of those are not good. You need to feel towards a man like you're happy that he's in your life, you're grateful that he's in your life, you trust him completely, you admire him for what he is, um, and um, and that's basically it. You could not worship him. He's not better than you. Um, he's not he's not anything better that you could be. So make sure that this is exactly how you feel. Now, um, what if you don't know how to feel with the man that you need? So we understood that this is the man that you need. You need a man that you will admire, that that you will respect, that you trust him. Now, if you never had a man like this in your life, you would never know how to feel around him. So I'm going to tell you how you need to feel about him. So um, think about your biggest crush. Maybe when you were a teenager, maybe right now, maybe somebody you know now, maybe somebody you knew a few years ago. Find your biggest crush. Maybe an actor, maybe a singer, somebody who you really really had a like serious crush on. Think about that person. Now imagine that person next to you. So you sitting on your, I don't know where, on your couch maybe, and maybe you And so you're sitting on your couch and you listen to me. Imagine that person right now next to you. Imagine that person next to you. How would you feel? So at this moment, probably you would feel a little nervous if it's your biggest crush. But now change your mind a little bit. Imagine that that person already chose you. He wants to be next to you. He wants. I am not talking about relationship, but he just wants to be in your company, in your space, in your aura. Now, how would you feel now? So he chose you. It's not like you were begging him to come. He came already. How would you feel with him next to you? You would probably feel like, my God, such a guy next to me, and then you feel these butterflies, right? And you would feel really good about yourself, that you are able to attract such a man in your life. Now, also, you would feel you probably trust him, right? Because this is your crush. You know that nothing bad can come from him. You also will feel you will admire him because you already have a crush on him. So you admire him regardless of what is he doing right now. This is exactly how you need to feel with the man that you will be with. Exactly like that. So you need to feel. You need to have the same feelings. Now you can recreate these feelings. It's not that hard. But imagine that that man is sitting next to you right now. Man, this is our goal for this dialogue, to get you to this point, to have a man um, to have a man like this in your life. This is your goal. Nobody else. If you have a man right now and you don't feel like that, you better leave that man and and make yourself available to a man that you will feel like that, like really, really strong, really feminine, really, really in your best possible kind of energy that there could be. Honestly, love is an excitement and pleasure. It's the core of the femininity, and unless you start feeling like this all the time, there's no way. If a man that next to you is not does not allow you to feel these feelings, doesn't raise those feelings in you, then he's not your man. At this point, he's probably just a convenience. And why is he in your life? It's probably your inner masculinity is like that. Probably your dirty femininity took over, and that's just that what it is. So, but the goal is to feel like that. Always return to this feeling. Imagine somebody you really admire, you have a crush on, and imagine how you would feel when he's next to you. This is your goal. And return to this like as often as you can. Now, how are you going to find this person? So if you every one of you has some kind of crush, look through your crush. Who is your crush? We always will feel the most attractive to people that we will mostly develop with. We will never be super attractive to somebody we feel comfortable with. Like, I guarantee you. For example, I really feel super attracted to men that are like really put together, really aristocratic looking, old money kind of vibe. Even okay, so I live in Miami, so there is no really aristocrats or old money. Well, there are, I mean, West Palm Beach, but here in Miami. Sometimes when I go to Brickell, I love men there because they all dressed up like in dress shorts and pants, and this is really my type. And I will get to that. I will tell you why this is my type. Now you notice what you like about your crush. What is there that you like so much about your crush that you admire and that why is he your crush? What is it that you like? You like his appearance, or you like that he's outspoken or outgoing or something. Remember that and just keep it in mind. So, and there is a reason why you like this particular man and not the other. Like for example, I never really had crush on any singers or any actors. There's nothing in them for me that I would like or admire, and there is a reason for that, and I will tell you what the reason. Um, so the man that you should be having in life, this ideal. Um, Remember, as I said, I work with energy, so I'm going to tell you what kind of man you should have energetically. Now, we there is four dominant energies, and I spoke about them all the time: water, earth, fire, and air. And every one of us has some kind of dominant energy, or two of them. And if you didn't see my dialogues, previous dialogues, watch them. There is a lot of information on that. Even the one that was before on Thursday was about it. Oh no, the one on Thursday was about money. Last Sunday, I think was. So, anyways, so if I am dominant water, my least development will be with energy of water. I had man energy of water. I wouldn't lie. It was extremely comfortable with them. It's like I was with myself. Like I was in those shoes that are already so worn, and you just slip your foot and you walk, and you just feel like you're walking on the clouds. Um, and I know that feeling. I know it's very comfortable feeling. It's like I talk to myself. Like they're as empathetic as I am. They care about my feelings, but they have the same shortcomings as I do. They are maybe not always secure. They are not always super confident. They couldn't put people in their places fast enough. They're not as action oriented or as optimistic as air. They're not as grounded as earth. So yes, it's extremely comfortable until the first problem comes in, and then we're just both like lost. Now, this is exactly what's happening when you choose somebody your energy. You are not developing. You're staying on the same level as as you basically are right now. I would encourage you all to avoid this relationship as much as you can. This relationship will not bring you to nothing, not even to any kind of growth. Even if you tell me, Anastasia, I don't want to grow. I just want to have a happy family, couple kids, and a house in the country with the white fence and a dog. still you will get bored and you will start looking around, you will start cheating on that guy. Or even if you will not be cheating physically, you still will be looking around. You will, at one point, you will start despising him. You will, I know this, I saw it many times, not only in myself, I saw it in my clients, also in my friends. So I would caution you to be with somebody who is the same energy as you. Now, uh, would be good if you just want some kind of secure relationship, if you would be with somebody with the energy that is close to yours. For example, if I'm energy of water, then close energy to mine would be energy of earth or energy of air. My opposite is energy of fire. These energies, energies of earth and energy of air, are uncomfortable for me, but not as uncomfortable as energy of fire. So I would be okay with one of this. So basically, energy of earth would give me the ground and the security that I need. I would feel super secure. Energy of air would give me this push and this kind of optimism and this light kind of. If you are energy of earth, then you need somebody energy of fire or energy of water. If you're energy of fire, then you need somebody energy of air or energy of earth. If you're energy of earth, you need somebody energy of water or energy of fire. Like that, basically. Now, this would be a development. There would be progress because whether you want it or not, you still will have to grow with that person, and they will have to grow with you. So there will be development. There will be development regardless. Now, ideally would be if you would be with the person who's opposite. So, for example, for me, it would be energy of fire. And I will tell you, for a long time, I was avoiding energy of fire because of that. Now, why was I avoiding energy of fire? Because I thought they are too impulsive for me. They're too loud, too aggressive, too action. Like they're all over the place, and I couldn't deal with that. Water is supposed to stay calm all the time. I mean, yeah, there should be some movements, but not not when something makes it boiling. So I was avoiding energy of fire for some time. Right now, I love energy of fire, but I'm strong enough to be with energy of fire right now. So this is basically this would be the biggest progress for you. Somebody who's opposite to you, the energy that is opposite for you. Now, uh, I do have some energy of fire in me. So energy of fire is not completely unknown energy for me. But what is unknown energy for me is energy of air. Even though it's kind of my close to me energy, I still don't have any of it. So for me, energy of air is like a completely like going to live in another country where I don't know any culture, language, I don't know nothing about that culture. So for me, that's what it is. The biggest challenge for me would be to make to have a relationship with the energy of air. That's basically it. For you, it will be something that you don't have. Like if you don't have water, for you it will be to have relationship with the energy of water. Yeah, if you are a masculine woman, for example, you have a lot of fire in you, and you right now will be with the man energy of water, you will step all over him. But he is the one who will allow you to develop the most. How? You will have to become softer and feminine to allow him to thrive in his masculinity. Because you're already so masculine, you have so much fire, he will be the one who will allow you to become as, like, not allow, who will push you to become as feminine as you could be. And it will be extremely uncomfortable for you because the man is not as strong as you are. But again, this will be your biggest development. Now, I want you to look at the relationship with man as I wanted to kind of to bring an example to make it understandable. Imagine you live in a town. You never left this town. You know everybody. You know every single corner of the town. You know where to get everything. You know where to get the best carrots. You know you know which bank is the best to have your account in. Like you know everything. You know everybody. You know where to do your manicures. Like everything is at your fingertips. Like you basically you control the life around you, and everything seems to be smooth. You live your perfect life, you meet your friends, like everything is just perfect, perfect, smooth, no kind of hardships. Well, maybe there are hardships, but still at least you feel comfortable. You come into your place and you live there for 10 years. I mean, the same couch, very soft. You lay on your couch in the same corner that you always sit. I mean, it just everything is just so perfect, so comfortable. It's your comfort zone. Now then imagine you go on vacation and you go into a place you never been. What is more, you're going there by yourself. And so you go in there, and let's imagine that you don't have unlimited source of money. You have like 3 4 thousand, that's it. You're going for 2 weeks somewhere, and you know that you have this much resources, and you need to go to this country and get the best out of it and enjoy yourself meanwhile. So you will go to that country, you fly in, and you get like the first problems. The phone is not working, you need to get the SIM card, and then you don't know how to, let's imagine Uber doesn't work, so you need to get the taxi. You don't speak the language, so you kind of, good thing if you speak English. At least you can hope that somebody else will speak English. But so imagine you go and for 2 weeks and you're like always on edge. You're super uncomfortable. There's not a moment that you really enjoy yourself. Well, no, there are moments that you enjoy yourself, but there is always this kind of feeling like uneasiness, like feeling of what if do I do it right? Do I not do it right? And so those 2 weeks have passed, and you coming back, and you know what? After those 2 weeks, you will never be the same. You will be a completely different person. Even though you spend only 2 weeks in discomfort and excitement, you still will be a completely different person, a person that will, like, you will always remember. You know why? Because you had the highest, like, the strongest feelings there. Yes, they were maybe feelings of discomfort. Yes, maybe they were feelings of, there was discomfort, there was excitement, but still they were the strongest feelings. You will never feel the same in your hometown because you know everything, you control everything, you, like, it, you will never grow as much in your hometown as if you would grow spending 2 weeks in another country, somewhere out of your comfort zone. You don't have to go abroad. You can just go to another city in here in United States, or wherever you live. Just as long as you will get in discomfort. I had a mentor who always told me, be aware of your comfort zone. Never stay there for too long. So the same with men. You would say, well, why are you talking about vacation? Because it's the same with men. If you're feeling very comfortable with men, you are not growing. You need to feel discomfort, some kind of discomfort. And you should welcome that discomfort, because with that discomfort comes your growth. So if you used to have everything scheduled, if everything like corporately right in your life, if you always like plan dates half a year in advance, you have everything scheduled and planned, and now you got into your life a man that's energy of air, and he's like just let's go to Paris tomorrow. And you're like, what? I have everything scheduled. Paris is not scheduled until 2 years after. Um, welcome that. Welcome the change. Welcome. Tell him, yeah, let's go. It would be very unusual for you. It will be out of your pattern, but it will really be refreshing. You will invite in your life a different kind of energy, and that energy will bring will expand your energy space, will expand your aura. And that's what we're here for. We're here to grow. We're not here to live a comfortable life. Well, we are here to live comfortable and good life, but we're also here to grow. If we are not growing, then we're not needed here, basically. So we need to grow. And if you will allow this kind of, oh, for example, I'm manager of water, so I'm more like, my life depends on my mood. I mean, I have Mars and Capricorn, so that kind of organizes me. But for the most part, I'm really a person of emotion, so to say. Now, and let's imagine I have a man, energy of Earth. Yeah, I choose energy of Earth. Now he organizes everything, develops. For me, maybe it's uncomfortable because I'm not used to kind of having a schedule. But maybe it would be a welcoming thing for me. Maybe it would create some kind of security. If I would not fight it, it would probably be a good thing for me. So and I do want you to think about that. Don't accept everything as, no, it's not working for me, I'm not going to I'm not even going to entertain this thought. No, if he's in your life, that means that you need it. That means that, like, even me right now, I do like my freedom and everything, but I wouldn't mind some structure. Maybe that's why I'm attracting this man in my life, this man, energy of earth and fire together. I'm not sure. Maybe I need somebody like that. So this is what I wanted to tell you. Don't stay in your comfortable town, and don't stay with men that you're comfortable with. You will never grow with that guy. At one point, you will get tired of him and you will start hating him. And why you hating him? Because you're hating yourself, honestly. Um, so so basically like this. Now, find out what is your dominant energy, and find somebody who is opposite to you. That would be ideal, or somebody who is compatible with you but not as your energy. So again, if you're water, then it will be air or earth. If you're fire, then it would be earth or air. If you are air, then it would be water or fire. And if you're earth, then it's fire or water. Now, ideally would be if you would be with somebody of whose energy you don't have at all. That would be ideal, but it is hard. So I wouldn't even advise. Maybe at one point you will change a partner. Again, we're not holding to anybody. So or maybe you will develop together that energy. So for example, I don't have energy of air, so I will kind of develop it on my own, or maybe with the man that's next to me, even if he has some or doesn't have. Now, you obviously, how you will find out what energy does a man has. You're not going to go around and ask for the date of birth to find out what energy he is. I will tell you how. Even though I had a client who asked, the first question was, what is your name? The second, what is your date of birth? And I told her, don't ask men for. It's not interesting. Interesting would be when you kind of feel it, when you know it. That's more exciting. I don't ask men for their birthdays. So how will you find out who is your match? I will tell you how. It's the man that you will feel the most uncomfortable and the most exciting. So when you see a man that you're drawn to him, and you don't know why you're drawn to him, but yet you hate him, that's the man that you need. It's usually somebody like that, somebody who you really even a little cautious, like you're like, like it's something strange, something unusual in your life, and you're like, why is he like this? Like this, you should have this some kind of reaction like that. But yet you're drawn to him, and you're not sure why you're drawn to him, and yet you are not accepting him. So don't fight yourself. If you meet such man, go for him. That's probably the man you need, and there's a reason why he's in your space. Trust me. Trust me, I know this. I saw it with my clients. Actually, yesterday one of my clients got married, and I'm so happy. Maybe that's why I'm so excited about this dialogue. But that's exactly how it was with her, how it was with me. You always should feel uncomfortable with that person, uncomfortable, unaccepting, somewhat a little awkward even, but yet you're drawn to him. You're drawn to that strength, to that kind of behavior of something. That's how you will choose. The most, if you feel with the guy super comfortable, that's not the guy for you. Don't even waste your time. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your energy on that guy. If you feel super comfortable, he can be your friend. If you want to have another friend, keep him as a friend. That's basically it. He's not the man for you. Even if you think, like my mom used to say when I was little, I asked her once, Mom, how do I know whether this guy, uh, whether how would I not miss my my perfect man? And mom said, when you will feel super comfortable with him, like he's your best friend. And you know what? I know why mom said that, because she and my father, they were both energy of air, even though they had some opposite energies besides that. So maybe that's what glued them together too. But they were both energy of air. So yeah, they felt like two friends. And I honestly caution you from that. Don't. That's not the man for you. You will feel really good with him. You will feel very comfortable with him. You'll feel at ease with him. But he is not the man for you. He is the man. He's just like you. He's not your man. You remember, you're here to develop. You need to develop. So um, now, to the man. So you attract a man. I would you attract a man, and you're uncomfortable with him, and you get to know him. You probably will attract a man the same as your Mars sign is in. For example, my Mars is in Capricorn. Um, Capricorns, you know, men who are Capricorns, they are very put together. They usually have businesses, and this is just not small businesses. They're big businesses. They dream and big and do big. They usually very conservative in their clothing. They usually like to be dressed nicely. They are not very flashy. They are not very like all over the place. They're not very social. But yet, when they socialize, everybody just knows their presence. When I told you in the beginning that I like men in Brickell, that they are like dressed up in shorts and like dress pants, that's why I have my Mars and Capricorn. I like men like this. That's why I never had a crush on any celebrities, on any singers, because this is not what I like. I like men of business, traders, you can say. I like men that are about their, let's say, money, and they are on a big scale about money. A real estate developer would be probably my ideal match. So this is about me. Now, what about you? So you always are drawn. I always was drawn to men like this. Always, my whole life, always. And I didn't even know why I'm drawn. I'm not comfortable with them much, but I'm drawn to them. I'm drawn to them as much as I can. Now, where is your Mars in where is your where is your Mars? Your Mars is your masculine planet. This is where your masculinity is, and um, this is your man inside of you, your masculinity inside of you. That's basically your masculinity inside of you. They represent sorry, the representation of masculinity inside of you. That's why you like men outside of you like this. And I wanted to go over every single one of them. So Mars in Aquarius. Well, let's go with Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries. Usually, if you have Mars in Aries, you will like men that are very loud, that are very active. They're very social, very here and there. Like they are not afraid of nothing. They have no fears. They're almost like grown-up kids, always trying something new. They're always up for a challenge. You will like men like this if you have Mars in Aries. If you have Mars in Taurus, you probably like men that love comfort, men that can create that comfort for you, man that likes to go to nice restaurants that smell good, man um, that have security, that feel secure, that are more like a homebody kind of, well, not exactly homebody, but they like comfort. If you guys are going on vacation, he probably will stay in a best suite. I mean, you just this is the man you will like if you have Mars in Taurus. If you have Mars in Gemini, you will like men that are social, that have a lot of friends, that are social, that are here, there, that are like really all over the place, and they are very unattached. They're like a little even distant. You will like men like this. You will like men that are not clingy, that are not really um, like focused on relationship. Um, More like they're in their own kind of space, and they are um, always have friends, always surrounded by other people like this. You will like a man like this. Now, if you have Mars in Cancer, I feel sorry. And this is like not a very strong position for Mars, but still, this man, you will like men that are very caring, like very caring. Like they would, um, you would, you come home and he's like, I cooked something for you, like I have the pie for you, or even if he, for example, not like a home sitter, but still he would be caring. Like he wouldn't make a reservation for a restaurant unless he knows that you particularly like this food and you really wanted to try this food or something. So he's really caring, really like a mommy energy. Like he really this is the man that you will like if you have Mars in Cancer. Now, if you have Mars in Leo, you will like men that are like love to be on the stage. They probably will have, you will like men that have long hair. Maybe they have some eccentric kind of look. Maybe the men that love to kind of to dress bright. Maybe men that are not afraid of publicity, of show kind of. They like to put themselves on the spot. You will love men like this. You will be always drawn to them. I even knew a girl that had Mars in Leo, she had crush on every single singer that I knew and didn't knew. I mean, because she loved this man. She loved men that love publicity, that love being on the spotlight. So if you have Mars in Virgo, you love men that are practical um, practical and careful kind of. These are men that are taking care of their health. They will take care of your health. They will make sure that you're eating organic food. They make sure that that if you are going somewhere on vacation, they will make sure they will check every single detail of that vacation. Like you will like men like this, men that are like very particular about details, about very particular about what you do and how you do, like all about details, all about like they're practical. They wouldn't be throwing money around. They will make sure that they spend on the right things in the right time. Even if they're buying you a ring, they will like kind of they wouldn't just go and buy any kind of ring. They will make sure that you like that ring, that it's a good ring, that it's a good investment, it's a good cut, like that. This is the man that you will like. You will like a man like this. If you have your Mars in Libra, you will like a man that is not only light, not only communicative like Mars in Gemini, but also a man with a really good taste. Like he has a good taste for himself and also for you. So if he buy you flowers, he will not just buy you just red roses, like I've been lately getting, but he will make sure that the bouquet is something interesting, maybe some orchids in there, or some maybe peonies, something different. They you will they also you will like men that are a little kind of like easygoing, unattached, more like in their little in their mind. They're more social. They're loved by everybody. This is the key. You will love men that are loved by everybody, not worshipped by everybody, but loved by everybody. This would be this will be yours. Now, if you have Mars and Scorpio, you will probably you will probably love men that are mysterious. Not only mysterious, like the more kind of this aura they have around them, the more you will be drawn to them. You also probably love men that are very sexual, not only sexual, but like like they have some kind of kink, or I don't even know how to explain it. Like they they're like even a little maybe weird or something, and you will be drawn to that. You will be, I mean, Scorpio men, they're very magnetic, so you will like men like this. You will really be drawn to men like this. You will enjoy them. You will want to kind of uncover them. You will want to see what's going on inside of them. On the other hand, these men are also very intuitive, and they jealous, and you will like that. You will like that he's trying to kind of get under your skin and know he will try to possess you, and you will love that, honestly. The next one is man in Mars and Sagittarius. If you have Mars and Sagittarius, you will love men that are not clingy completely, that have their own life, that are in their own world and literally in their own world. You probably will even like a man that doesn't even want to live together. That's how it is. And I knew somebody like this with Mars and Sagittarius, and I was surprised because they didn't live together. They were married. They didn't live together. And she's like, "Well, I prefer it this way. It's more convenient for us." But they had like apartments close by, so they would go and visit each other. And then when I already lived here in Miami, they are in New York. I kind of one time I asked her, I said, can I look at your chart?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I looked and I saw she has Mars and Sagittarius. So like that, you will admire men that just that's all about their ideas, and they just try to fulfill their ideas, and they don't really care much about anybody, like that. So basically, you will like men like this. You will admire them for that. Now, if you have Mars and Capricorn, like, oh, and so those men, they don't usually they dress in comfortable stuff. You will like them. You will like them like that. Basically, you will like men that they don't really care about much of their appearance. Now, if you have Mars and Capricorn, like me, you will love men that are put together, that are not just that are not just like energy, like Mars in Taurus that likes comfort and likes everything nice and good. They are not like Mars in Virgo that are very particular and detailed and kind of put their money together and save. The Mars and Capricorn are about big money, about the big ideas, about the big kind of things. So you will like man like this. You wouldn't even consider somebody who has um, who doesn't have much going on for them. You wouldn't. You probably wouldn't also consider somebody who wears shorts and flip flops unless they're like some kind of like I don't know, Tommy Hilfiger shorts and nice flip flops. Like you like men that have this kind of vibe, that know how to dress, where to dress, how to present themselves. Mars and Capricorn. I thought you were working, but apparently not. Somebody just wrote to me, I have Mars and Capricorn. Um, yes, Mars and Capricorn is like that. No, I didn't read it. Um, so that's Mars and Capricorn. If you have it, I mean, Mars and Capricorn is very strong position for a Mars and Capricorn, for a Mars actually. So if you have questions, write it. I will read it after. I just want to finish. Okay, so that's Mars and Capricorn. If you have Mars and Aquarius, you like men that are about big ideas. So they have like their vision, and they go with that vision. They really, they, like they even thinking is completely unusual. They are very, Kanye West gives that vibe. He's like, he can dress up as weird as, like, he's very strange. I mean, like that. I think he has Mars in Aquarius. I think. I'm not sure. I didn't even look. But that's what he gives me. Like, he's completely about his vision. He doesn't care about nobody else. He doesn't care what people think about him. He's just all about his vision, kind of. And that's the man that you will like. If you like Kanye West, you probably have Mars in Aquarius. So this is the man that you will like. It doesn't have to, he doesn't have to be celebrity, but usually this man are known, and they usually like outside the like they're on the spot and they don't care about it. You see, if Mars and Leo cares about being on the spot, they strive on it. Mars and Aquarius, they really don't care. They really like about their own business. I'm thinking Elon Musk might be. I'm not sure. So now Mars and Pisces. If you have Mars and Pisces, you will love somebody who's very tender, who's even melancholic a little bit, who's not very loud, who's not very like all over the place. Somebody who is caring, but not like Mars in Cancer. That like I make a pie for you here. No, somebody who is like who gives you space, who allows you to be in your space, and who is in his own space himself, who's like a little maybe delusional, and you just love men like this. I remember I had we were studying in the same um, in school in the same group, and she was in love with this guy. He was like a little nerd, like he was almost lost, and she just loved that about him. I Right now I'm still thinking that she had Mars and Pisces because he was like this. He was a little lost. It was all about like about computers, something, and she loved it about him. She loved that he was like that. So I'm thinking she had Mars in Pisces. So you probably, ideally, what you should do, you should find what your Mars is, and then get a man that has a lot of planets in that sign. So, for example, I have Mars in Capricorn. I always was drawn to Capricorn's man. I always was. Did I always had relationship with them? No, I wasn't. You know why? Because it was extremely uncomfortable for me. I couldn't accept certain things about them, and I just basically brushed them off. But I still was very drawn to them. I mean, my couple big loves were Capricorns. You are way more fun than my work. Yeah, I am. That's interesting. Okay, so Mars and Capricorn. Yeah, so I always was drawn to this man. I always was. And right now, I have no problems communicating with them. I know what irritates me in them. I know what I don't like about them. But it is my growth, honestly. It is my growth. So look into what is your sign, and then uh, try to socialize with men of that sign. And I'm telling you, you will know that when you will feel drawn but uncomfortable. So, for example, you have Mars in Leo. So you're in some kind of event, and there is the guy. He has all the attention on him. He's like he dressed bright like a peacock. He has this kind of, he's like, he's striving, everybody's giving him attention, and you love him, you're like, my god, this guy, I wish he would pay attention to me. But yet you feel very, very unusual, very uncomfortable. Go and speak to him. He will probably love it. He will love that you give him attention, and he will also admire that you have such strong confidence in you that you approached him. Again, we're developing, and through this uncomfortness you will develop. So find a person that you love, find where your Mars is, and then start socializing with men in the same category. Again, um, he doesn't have to have all the planets in there. For example, I've been talking recently to the guy. He doesn't have. He's not Capricorn Sun. He's not Capricorn, but he has a lot of Capricorn energy. He has Mercury in Capricorn. He has Jupiter in Capricorn. He's I think Venus in Capricorn. A lot of Capricorn energy. That's why I'm drawn to him. Yeah, he's not Capricorn at all. I think he's Aries, honestly, but he has a lot of Capricorn energy, and that draws me to him. So don't exactly look for that. Okay, if I have Mars and Leo, he has to be Leo. No, he doesn't. Maybe he just have Mars and Leo as well, or maybe he has other planets in Leo. That would be ideal. But again, you're not going to be going around and asking for dates of birth. I mean, unless you want to. But you can. And this is how what I told you. As long if you feel uncomfortable, but you're drawn to a person, that's him. Go for it. And this will be your guy. Okay, ask me if you have questions about the different energies. And I wanted to add something else. I wanted to say that we're attracting in our life what we need the most. So right now, if you think that you, for example, me, I'm energy of water. Well, right now I'm pretty strong, so I can basically attract anybody and I can be with everybody. But let's imagine I'm energy of water and I'm vulnerable. I don't feel very secure, let's say. So in my life, I will attract somebody who will make me create that security around myself, who will make me build that security. Maybe I will get a man that will be all about his money, and I will kind of follow his lead and start being about my money. Or maybe I will get myself a man that is energy of air, and he will be like all over the place, very light, and he will teach me how not to stress out about security. I want you to remember this. Men come to help us develop inside. No other reason to help us develop and create, basically. So we can create a kid, a project, or something like that. They don't come for any other reason. They don't come for just because they want to come. They we unknowingly we project what we want in our life. So if, for example, I feel super uncomfortable with men, I probably will end up in some kind of all masculine company. So they will teach me how to be not weird and uncomfortable with men. Um, Now, on the other hand, this stress, like our mind could not take much stress. So if I will get in the company of all men, and I will be stressing out, like move my cortisol, like above the roof and everything, probably at one point my mind will make sure that I'm out of that environment, of that space. And so like that, remember this, and don't fight yourself. Don't fight what is coming your way. Don't fight um, what you kind of basically um, what is don't fight what you're faced with, kind of. Remember that this you ask for it, kind of. Now, don't if you are looking for a best friend, for a comfortable soft pillow, you are getting the same energy, and you are not going to grow. There's no expansion in there. And at one point, you will start regretting it. You will start regretting it. And you will tell me, well, there is a lot of people that live comfortable with each other. Yeah, they live comfortable with each other, but they either cheat, or they're not happy, or they this, or they that. I mean, I honestly, I don't see. I only saw very couples that grew together, that are very successful, that are very like that challenging each other, only with opposite energies, only with energy that's not your energy. You can expand. And if you will go back to your life, if you will look through your life, you will see Most of men that you were seriously in love, that you were like really, that you really remember, they were probably the opposite energy to yours, or some kind of energy that's not familiar to you. Like my biggest loves were obvious. I was always drawn to Capricornian men. Always. I mean, I just loved them. I mean, my God, I'm obsessed with those men. And when they were appearing in my life, I was just like in a room full of men, I would pick the one that's Capricorn. I know it already. Like I could feel the energy, and these were my biggest crushes. But my biggest love was energy of airman, and I grew with him just like you would grow when you go on a 2 weeks vacation. Yeah, it was super discomfortable. Yeah, my God, I had so much stress. Yeah, I was so like it was not easy. Sometimes it was super exciting. Like it was like so like I would fly with him, but then I would fall and fall so hard, and it just at one point after like I think a year or so, my discomfort was just 2 years or how long we were together. My discomfort, I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't, and I was like, I wanted something comfortable, so I left him. But I grew so much with him. In those, I think the first 4 months, I grew more than I grew with the man I was before that for 5 years. The same energy as me, energy of water. So that's exactly what I want to say. And when you see, I said about that guy 5 years ago, I don't even remember him much. But this one I remember very much because my expansion was with him great. And that's what you should strive for. Don't strive for comfort, strive for expansion. Um, yeah. Yeah, this is what I wrote here. I started to crave the predictability and I spoiled the relationship. Yeah. Because I what I admired and love about that guy was that he was like that. We met when I went on few vacations at once. So I went on one vacation, another vacation, third vacation. So I was very light. I didn't know, was I in New York or was I still in Spain or was I still on the cruise? Like I was there, and so I met him at that moment, and I like that about him. He was light and unattached like that, and I really enjoyed that. I admired his lightness and unattachment. And you see, even this guy, he had some Capricornian planets in. So that was like, I don't know. My one of my mentors said he was perfect for me, but whatever. So what I want to say, but then I wanted to mold him to become my predictable life. I wanted him to schedule dates in advance. I wanted to know where he is. I wanted to know what he's doing, and it became tiresome for me, and of course it became tiresome for himself. Like I spoiled what I liked about him, and then I couldn't already take it no more, so I left. So don't look for that. Look for the excitement, and excitement will draw you. Okay, I'm ready for your questions. TikTok, you can write your questions if you want. um so how was I growing? Did I become wiser, or did I learn um how to agree on something? I'm translating, that's why. That's why it's so awkward. I will tell you how. So when you meet this guy, a guy that you really admire, you want to be the best version of you. He was very masculine, and my femininity started to thrive. Thanks to him, I started learning this femininity, tantra, energy work. Only thanks to him. I would never be over here on YouTube if it's not for him. Not only I started growing, I started learning more about myself and about the energy and about everything because I wanted to understand this. I wanted to be happy with him. I also started looking after myself very much. Like I always was dressed up. I mean, I worked in finances, so I had to dress appropriate and be like presentable. But I never really care how much like for myself. Like as long as I'm presentable for the world, how I feel, like I really didn't care much. That's what it is, and that's what changed. He opened in um, me enjoying myself. Just a second. Like and for example, I didn't see him that often in the beginning. I maybe saw him once a week, but yet almost every day before going to work, I would stop by the at the hair salon, and they would just make my hair. I knew he wouldn't see me, but I would do it for myself. I felt so good that I wanted to pamper myself. I wanted to be this beautiful woman. I also started wearing heels all the time. I used to wear flats like Oxfords, but I started wearing heels. And I was driving, so I could do that. Even when I was not driving, some days I was not driving, I would still wear some like at least a shorter heel, but still a heel. I felt so good and so feminine in heels, even though I told you heels are not very feminine. I started wearing dresses. I started putting makeup on. Like I started looking after myself and pampering myself. Even in my apartment, I threw away everything that was not inspiring. Like he really opened me up. Really, he really allowed me to um, to develop myself and all that because I was next to him and I knew how I felt next to him and I liked that feeling. And yes, of course, this is how I was growing. Now, was I wiser? No, I at that time I was not wiser because I didn't know nothing about femininity and I didn't have a coach like me. If I would not do the mistakes I did. And obviously, I didn't know how to talk. I honestly was at one point I started to worship him a little bit. I liked how I felt next to him so much that I was afraid that if I will lose him, I will lose this feeling about myself, that I will never feel like this about myself again. And I started to worship him. I would not say what I didn't like or what I want to change. I was afraid to basically voice my opinions on anything. And then I would not say. And then at one point I would just bark at him and he would be like, what, his energy of air, he's not used to such communications. So this is where was my mistake. If I would be me now, I would completely talk differently to him. I would admire him much more um, and I would like it would be completely different conversation, so to say. I would be not wiser. I would be more focused on myself, and I would be more grateful towards him that he was able to make me like I was, um, like that. Should the discomfort be inspiring? Discomfort. I don't have air, so discomfort is never inspiring for me. You should just accept the discomfort. So, if you want, you can write me an example, but even if right now somebody will tell me, "Hey, let's fly to Brazil," I will feel discomfort. Even if he will pay for everything, even if he will like just pack light, we will buy everything there, just take your passport and let's go. I still will feel discomfort because I don't have much air in me. So discomfort is always non-inspiring for me. But I will go for it because I have to develop, and that's just it. So discomfort is not dependent on you, like if you're energy of air, discomfort probably will be like welcoming to you, but you will also have discomfort that is not welcoming. Like for example, if you're energy of air and you decide to be with man that is heavy on energy of earth, he will be like all about structure and you are not about structure, and at one point you will be just okay with the with him like putting in order, putting your life in order, but at one point you'll be like it will be too heavy for you. You'll be like, my god, it's boring, I can't be waking up at the same time, having breakfast, going to the gym, and then at one point you will be this will be your discomfort. This will be your discomfort. You will have to grow through it. You will have to kind of, okay, so maybe we can tweak a little bit the schedule, or maybe we can do something else about it. But as long as we are staying together, as long as we're happy and we're coupled together, that would be your discomfort. But for everybody it's different. For example, for energy of fire, if energy of fire, I know my energy of fire love me, but they also feel a little disconnected from me because I'm emotional. They are all about action. So if they have a problem, they need to solve the problem. I'm more emotional. If I don't like something, I'll just shut down, go to my to my corner, to my home, and I will analyze it. And they don't know. It's very unpredictable. So for them, discomfort is my emotions and my feelings. So for everybody, discomfort will be themselves, but we have to go through it. We have to, and if we will make the discomfort exciting, it will be easier. We will deal with it easier. Like for example, if I will be traveling, yeah, of course, I mean it's discomfort for me. For me, anything that is that's new is discomfort. But on the other hand, I'm also not earthy, so Stagnant energy also makes me like my water becomes dirty. So I it's like constant challenge with myself. So let's imagine I'm traveling. It's a discomfort. Yes, it is discomfort. I have to make sure everything is booked. I have to make sure that I know where to go. I know I have the SIM card. I like, yeah, it's discomfort, but it's exciting discomfort. I'm going to travel. I mean, it's amazing. I'm going to see new places, try new food. That's how we should feel about discomfort with men. We should feel just the same, um, like yeah, I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's exciting. I'm growing like this. That's exactly. Not We shouldn't put a wall against the man. Like, okay, so that's it. He's not doing like I like. That's it. Why? Like I used to. My favorite thing used to be slam the door. I get up and leave. Get up and leave. Like it was crazy. A little thing I don't like, I get up and leave. And then I feel like, why did I leave? We could have talked about this, but I don't know. It was like my defense mechanism. So, anyways, this is basically it. You can make the excitement exciting, and you can make the discomfort exciting or not. It's up to you. Like right now I'm so strong and so powerful. I wrote to a guy yesterday. I wrote to him, how are we supposed to have a relationship if you're not telling me what you don't like? I mean, like I'm so comfortable in my vulnerability that I can say anything. Honestly, I know that I'm talking to a man inside of me. I mean, would I feel awkward with a man inside of me? No, I wouldn't. I mean, this is a man inside of me. I wouldn't feel completely comfortable with him, but I still can. I'm comfortable in my vulnerability, and I want you to understand that, to understand and feel that. So that's basically it. Yeah, you too. I get up and I leave. No, it's not always right. I mean, sometimes it might be right, but for the most part, I mean, don't make it a habit. Don't make it a habit unless it's kind of a game. Like I remember I was with this guy, and he told his friends, he's like, this is just a game she plays. I mean, she just likes that. She likes to get up and leave, and then she likes when we're making peace. I mean, it was his kind of perception. It wasn't for me like that, but I guess I did what he was right about. I did like this. I did like to get up and leave. I did like to slam the door. It was my defense. Then I would regret, but but it is what it is. Don't do what I did. Do what I do now. Do know that the man outside of you is just a reflection of masculinity inside of you. Face him. Face him. Face your fears. Face your discomfort. um, Thank him, like feel gratitude, say thank you. I understand now. Yeah, the man inside of me sucks right now, but I have to fix it right now, and thank you for showing me that, basically like that. And then after you will realize it, after you will comfort yourself, after you feel grateful to a man outside of you, then you kind of, okay, why I'm thinking like this. Like a couple days ago I was thinking like that. um I was thinking why a man outside of me acts not exactly as I want him. Acts still acts good, but not exactly as I want him. So I was just sitting. I was just contemplating. I was a little sleepy, so a little bit in maybe my kind of state, and I understand that he was acting like this because the man inside of me, because some changes are coming in my life, and I know that I am a little skeptical whether the man inside of me can fix it all. So that's basically it. Be thankful to the man outside of you, and don't go for comfort. Don't go for comfort. I'm telling you, you will waste your time. You will waste years of your time. My drink matches my dress. If you don't want to go completely for discomfort, at least go for somebody close to you, like compatible energy. So if I'm energy of water, I will go for earth or for air, or and you choose yours. So basically, if you have a lot of energy of fire, you will go for air or for earth. If you have a lot of energy um, of air, you will go for fire or for water. If you have a lot of fire, you will go for air or earth. like that. Don't go for somebody the same energy as you. Don't go, and also don't judge a person just because they have sun in some kind of planet. So if somebody has sun in Scorpio, doesn't mean that he is dominant water. He might have a sun in Scorpio and everything else in Libra, or everything else in Sagittarius, or everything else in Capricorn. You would never know. So also, if you feel discomfort with him, but you're still drawn to him, that's the man for you. Go for him. And how to go for him? Watch the dialogue. How to conquer man, masculine, feminine energy. I tell exactly what to do with every energy. Also, with this dialogue, I have a meditation. Call in your partner. It is amazing, honestly. When I listened to it, I almost cried. This I did something like this myself long time ago when I had to heal my relationship with my masculinity inside of me. I advise you to do it. Do it once, before sleep. Do it twice if you need to do it. You will see how your relationship with men outside will change. It's all about it's guided meditation in charge. It's all about you healing the relationship with your man inside. And if you didn't had no relationship with the man inside, then chances are it needs to be healed. So watch that meditation. I'll put it in the description of this video, and just it's guided and it's charged. You don't need to do nothing. Put the headphones on, relax, listen, and do exactly what I say. I say like it's step by step. It's not that hard. So listen to that. If you want to attract man, if you want to draw man, you need to be ready for this, for those men. You need to be prepared. You need to energetically be willing to allow a man in your space. And for that, you need to kind of make peace with the man inside of you. There's no other way. No other way. Trust me, I tried, and at the end I basically did what I'm telling you to do. I'm not the only one. I have a lot of colleagues and friends that did also the same thing. I had a friend that basically was fighting it, and 2 years ago she got herself some mentor because she was a little embarrassed to work with me. She got herself a mentor and she started healing the man inside of her. She basically started working with the man inside of her. Why I remember about her? Because 2 days ago she wrote to me. She's like, "I saw your meditation on YouTube and I listened to it. It's amazing." So that's basically it. Okay, that's it. If no more questions, I'm going to finish. I will just tell you what are we going to talk about next week. Okay, I don't think there are any questions. I'm not going to scroll. All right. Also, for your for your masculinity to be developed, you need to make sure that your femininity is developed. And for that, I have a course. You probably know. Get that course and watch it and do the exercises. Only buy if you will do the exercise. Okay, on Thursday, we're going to talk about get out of that fast, energetically and physically. It's if you're struggling with that, if you ever have that, if you then this Thursday at 7, we're going to discuss how to get out of that fast. I will tell you my story and I will tell you how I dealt with it. And the next Sunday we're going to talk about relationship with parents. No woman can be truly feminine if she doesn't have a healed relationship with parents. So I invite you all for that. So Thursday at 7 we're going to talk about that, get out of that fast, and on Sunday we're going to talk about relationship with parents at 11 a.m. All right, if that's it, I will talk to you all on Thursday. I hope this was helpful. Do ask your questions, send to somebody who you know will benefit from it. And I talk to you all on Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye, TikTok. Bye, YouTube.